Hi my friends, welcome to the Family Storytime from the Lewiston Public Library. I am so excited that you are going to be visiting with me today, and we are going to have lots of fun. This time we're going to talk about stories and rhymes that have to do with snow. And the first one goes like this. It's 5 little snowmen. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little snowmen sitting by my door. This one melted, and then there were 4. 4 little snowmen under a pine tree. This one melted, and then there were 3. 3 little snowmen with caps and mittens too. This one melted, and then there were 2. 2 little snowmen, standing in the sun. This one melted, and then there was 1. 1 little snowman started to run, but he melted away, and then there was none. Are you ready for our flannel board story? It is Polar Bear, what do you hear? Polar Bear, what do you hear? I hear a lion roaring in my ear. Lion, what do you hear? I hear a hippopotamus snorting in my ear. Hippopotamus, what do you hear? I hear a flamingo fluting in my ear. Flamingo, what do you hear? I hear a zebra braying in my ear. Zebra, what do you hear? I hear a boa constrictor hissing in my ear. Boa constrictor, what do you hear? I hear an elephant trumpeting in my ear. Elephant, what do you hear? I hear a leopard snarling in my ear. Leopard, what do you hear? I hear a peacock yelping in my ear. Peacock, what do you hear? I hear a walrus bellowing in my ear. Walrus, what do you hear? I hear a zookeeper whistling in my ear. Zookeeper, what do you hear? I hear children growling like a polar bear, roaring like a lion, bellowing, snorting like a hippopotamus, fluting like a flamingo, braying like a zebra, hissing like a boa constrictor, trumpeting like an elephant, snarling like a leopard, yelping like a peacock, and bellowing like a walrus. That's what I hear. Wonderful! Well done! All right, I have some stories for you today about snow and winter. Now our first story is called Waiting for Winter by Sebastian Meschen-Moser. Look at that. Isn't it wonderful? Do you see that squirrel on the front? It is published by K. Miller Press. And the illustrator is also Sebastian Meschen-Moser. And I love this story. Winter is almost here, said Deer. I think it's going to snow. Snow? asked Squirrel. Snow, answered Deer. White and wet and cold and soft. do you think? What does Squirrel see? Squirrel hasn't seen it snow. He usually stays inside in winter, but not this year. This year, Squirrel is going to see it snow. Any minute now. He's going to see it snow? Waiting for snow is boring. What if Squirrel falls asleep? He might miss it. Exercise, thinks Squirrel. Fresh air and exercise. Do you think it's going to work? What is that noise? Oh, it's Squirrel. Hedgehog hasn't seen it snow either, but now that he's awake, he'd like to. You'll have to stay awake, Hedgehog. Uh-oh, wake up! Hedgehog doesn't think exercise and fresh air will work for him. Squirrel has an idea. What about singing? Sea shanties! Look at them sing. Uh-oh. Who did they wake up? Bear has had it. No winter, no snow, then no peace for Bear. Bear will have to help Squirrel and Hedgehog watch for snow. White and wet and cold and soft. That's what Deer said. But what if the first snowflake has already fallen? What if it's lying around somewhere? What if it's already winter? I wonder if they're looking for the snowflake. Hedgehog found it, white and wet and cold. It's the very first snowflake. Winter will be wonderful when it snows properly. Uh-oh. Do you think he found a snowflake? I don't know. What do you think it is? Is it snow? The first snowflake. Squirrel has it. It is white and cold, and inside it's a little wet. Winter will be wonderful. Is it snow? don't know. Bear is speechless because what they have found is white and wet and cold, but not soft at all. It's a good thing he has found it. I wonder what he found. Let's look and see. Can you guess? The very first snowflake. What did he find? Is it a snowflake? Winter will be wonderful, but the snow is a little smelly. I don't know. What do you see? Look, what's on the bear's nose? Look, what's falling from the sky? Oh my. What are they doing? Can you guess? What are they doing? Is it snow? Oh, I think they got tired. And look, what did they find? And what's on his nose? Isn't that funny? I have another story for you. It's one of my favorites. And it makes a good what's next story. Because at the very end of our last book, did you see the snowman? Well, I saw the snowman. This story is by Carolyn Buhner, and it is Snowmen at Night. I wonder what snowmen do at night. I don't know. Let's find out. This is by Phyllis Fogelman Books. And, oh, look. What's he doing? Oh. Is he making a snowman? Do you know how to make a snowman? We might have enough snow. I don't know. Now, this is illustrated by Mark Buhner. And it says, one wintry day, I made a snowman, very round and tall. The next day when I saw him, he was not the same at all. His hat had slipped, his arms drooped down. He really looked a fright. It made me start to wonder, what do snowmen do at night? I think that snowmen start to slide when it gets really dark, off the lawn and down the street, right into the park. They gather in a circle while they wait for all the others, sipping cups of ice-cold cocoa made by snowman mothers. Do you drink ice-cold cocoa? Then the snowman games begin. They line up in their places, each one anxious for his turn in the snowman races. After everyone has had a chance at racing once or twice, they go on over to the pond and do skating tricks on ice. Sometimes they start giggling, and then they act like clowns. They bump into each other till they all fall down. What's he doing? Do you know? Have you done that before? I have. They gather up their snowballs, the pitcher takes his aim, and underneath the moonlit sky, they play a baseball game. No one knows just how it started, but soon it's quite a sight, with snowmen throwing snowballs in the world's best snowball fight. Then it's time for sledding. It's a wild ride down the hill. Wahoo! They yell. This is by far the snowman's biggest thrill. Finally, they are tuckered out and getting sleepy, so they slowly gather up their things, and one by one they go. So if your snowman's grin is crooked or he's lost a little height, you'll know he's just been doing what snowmen do at night. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that so much fun? I love that story. I have one more story for you, and I have a wonderful song called The Winter Pokey. We'll read the story first, and we'll save the song for last. And this one says, Snowmen at Work, also by Carolyn Buhner and Mark Buhner, and it's published by Scholastic. Snowmen at Work. One night I made a snowman, then went inside to sleep, and when I woke I saw more snow had fallen soft and deep. I went outside to shovel, but all the walks were clear. No one else was outside but my snowman standing near. Was he the one who shoveled with a snowman shoveling crew? Could it be? I just don't see that snowmen have jobs too. The dentist might drill bits of coal to fix a snowman's smile. A little brush and polish sends the snowman home in style. A sled with crooked runners that need to be made straight goes to the snow mechanics who'll fix it while you wait. The grocer stocks his shelves with food that snowmen love to eat. Frozen peas and frosty flakes and ice cream for a treat. Snow children beg their mothers to go in the snow pet store. The pet store owner has snow pups, a cold fish tank, and more. The baker spreads sweet icing onto every frozen bun. There's frosted cake and ice-cold rolls, enough for everyone. The teacher teaches snow children to count snowflakes one by one and how to spell Antarctica, refrigerate, and fun. There might be snow magicians who do tricks for their careers. They pull snow rabbits out of hats and make them disappear. If your snowcat is stuck and there's no way to get it down, just call the firefighters. They're the bravest folk in town. The Storytime librarian reads tales from days of yore, how brave snow knights defend the right while mighty dragons roar. A birthday celebration means a party is in store. The pizza man delivers frozen pizza to your door. The factory workers carefully assemble jolly toys, knowing that they're bringing smiles to snow girls and snow boys. The big rig's lights glow brightly while the tires spin round and round. The snow truck driver hauls a load of frozen goods to town. My snowmen really might have shoveled, and I never knew that all around us snowmen have a lot of work to do. The end. Are you ready for our song? It's called The Winter Hokey Pokey. Get ready.
Come outside, let's do the winter hokey pokey. You put your right mitten in, you take your right mitten up, put your right mitten in, you shake it all about, you do the winter pokey and you turn yourself around. Ooh, that's what it's all about. Ooh, that's what it's all about. You put your left mitten in, you take your left mitten out, you put your left mitten in, and you shake it all about. Do the winter pokey, you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You put your right boot in, you take your right boot out, you put your right boot in, and shake it all about. You do the winter pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You put your left boot in, take your left boot out, put your left boot in, and shake it all about. You do the winter pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Well, you put your winter hat in, take your winter hat out, put your winter hat in, and shake it all about. You do the winter pokey, you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You put your long scarf in, you take your long scarf out, you put your long scarf in, and shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey, you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You put your snowsuit in, you take your snowsuit out, you put your snowsuit in, and shake it all about. You do the winter pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Whoa, that's what it's all about.
Thank you so much. That was amazing.